Hello guys, so today we're working on project 9, Diary.io project 9 implementation, tooling website deployment automation with continuous integration, introduction to Jenkins. Okay, so this is the servers you should have from project 8. Now we'll dive into solving project 9. The first step in project 9 is install Jenkins server. So under that we have create an AWS EC2 server based on Ubuntu server 20.04. So we do that now. Start up an Ubuntu server. Add tags, add a name tag, Jenkins, configure security group. I already have a security group for Jenkins. Here it is. It allows port 8080. This is what you use to access the Jenkins UI. Allows port 8080 from anywhere, and also your SSH ports. And launch. Okay, now wait for the instance to come up. While we are here, let's check the load balancer from the previous project. Okay, it's working fine. Give it a few minutes. Okay, I'll pause the recording now. Come back when it started. Okay, it seems our Jenkins server is running now. We'll connect to it via SSH to configure Jenkins. SSH. Yes. Okay. The next step is to install JDK, Java Development Kit. It's one of the requirements to run Jenkins on your server. So we do that. Install JDK. Next step is to install Jenkins. Okay, JDK has been installed. Install Jenkins next. Check if the Jenkins service is running. Status Jenkins. Okay. Now for the next step, we'll grab the public IP address of your instance. Specify port 8080, and this should take you to Jenkins UI. Now we need to unlock Jenkins. To do that, we'll grab the password from this file here and paste it in the slot provided. Okay, now we install suggested plugins. Okay, for the next step now we'll create our first admin user. I will just call this project 9. Password, you can specify anything you like. Full name, email address. Click save and continue. It shouldn't take this long. Okay, let me see. I think this is a problem with Jenkins, so we should just skip this step. Okay, save and finish. Start using Jenkins. Okay, now this is your Jenkins dashboard. We'll go back to our project documentation. Second step, configure Jenkins to retrieve source codes from GitHub using webhooks. So now we enable webhooks in our GitHub repository. Do that now. GitHub. Come down to settings. Settings, webhooks. Oh, sorry, you will get webhooks from the repo you are trying to pull from. Here, repo settings, webhooks. Add webhook, confirm access. Okay, payload URL, you specify your Jenkins URL and /GitHub webhook. Okay, /GitHub webhook. Content type application /JSON. Add webhook. Okay, that's done. The next step, go to Jenkins web console, click new item and create a freestyle project. So we do that, new item from the left pane. I enter the name for the freestyle project. We'll call it project 9 freestyle project. Okay. Under source code management, select git, paste in the repo URL. So grab the repo URL from here, paste it in, credentials, add. Oh, getting an error. I'll try it again. Add credentials. What could be causing this? Wow, okay. Let's SSH into the server and restart the Jenkins service. System city and restart Jenkins. Okay, I'll reload this page. Type in your admin username and the password. Okay. Okay, let's try it again. Repo URL. Oh, it's like we didn't copy. Copy. Add credentials. Okay, let's see where this error is coming from. I forgot global security. Let's try this. Says we should enable proxy compatibility. Okay. Apply. Save. Oh. Okay, now let's try it again. Copy our credentials. Okay, it's working fine now. This is where you enter your GitHub credentials. Password. And grab my GitHub password. GitHub. Copy password. Paste it in. Click add. What's the next step? Okay, then you click save. Save. I don't think I configured this correctly. There. You have to select the credentials you created. Now you click save. Build. Okay, so the second build, console output, finished, success. So this build built successfully. Now we move on to step 3. Add these two configurations. Configure triggering the job from GitHub webhook. So go to configure, select the project, come to configure, then you under build triggers you select GitHub hook trigger for Git SCM. That's this. What's next? Configure post build actions to archive all the files. Files resulted from a build are called artifacts. So under your post build actions, you archive the artifacts, files to archive, and that ** for everything. Okay, so we save this. Then we'll come to our tooling, edit the readme file to check if our configuration works successfully. Okay, so we just add a line at the ending, checking Jenkins, commit changes. Then we'll come back to Jenkins. As you can see, a third build was triggered by our push event. Okay, so we continue. The build artifacts, can get them from status. Build artifacts, view all. So these are the artifacts we got from the build. And then we proceed. By default, don't forget, by default your artifacts are stored in the Jenkins home under jobs, tooling, the name of the freestyle project, builds, the build number, archive. So if you check that it's successful, you can come to so it's under jobs, cd jobs, then the name of the freestyle project, that's project 9, and it's under builds, so it's 3, that's the third build, archive. As you can see, we have all our artifacts here. Now we continue to the next stage. This next stage involves configuring Jenkins to copy files to the NFS server via SSH. So to do this, we'll have to install a new plugin called Publish over SSH. To install the plugin, we'll come to Dashboard. The dashboard, manage Jenkins, manage plugins. Click the available tab, search, publish over SSH. Here it is. Check the box and click install. I think that's all we need to install. Yes, so install without restart. Give it a few seconds, it should be done. The next step, configure the job/projects to copy artifacts over to the NFS server. So on the main dashboard, select manage Jenkins and choose configure system. Scroll down to publish over SSH configuration section and configure it to be able to connect to the NFS server. Okay, so the plugin has been installed correctly, successfully. You come to manage Jenkins, configure system. We'll look for the publish over SSH plugin we just downloaded. I think I've passed it already. Oh, here it is. Here you need to copy the passphrase, path to key, and the key. And you also need to add the SSH server. So we'll do all that now. The private of the .pem file, the content of the .pem file. Okay, so for passphrase, passphrase is not encrypted. For the key, provide the contents of your private key file. Okay, so I had to pause the recording in order to copy my private key file for security reasons. Now we add the SSH server, NFS, hostname, provide the private IP address of the NFS server, username EC2 user, remote directory /mount/apps, test configuration. Everything runs successfully, so you save. Now we scroll, come back to the project, click configure, then build. Scroll down to post build actions, add the post build action, select send build artifacts over SSH, source files, ** save. Okay, so you indicate the source files you want, in this case everything. I think it's just 1 star, or 2. Okay, it's 2 of them, 2 stars. Then you click save. Okay, then go back to the readme file and edit it again to see if our configuration is working fine. Remove the line we added and click commit changes. Now we wait for a 4th build to appear. Okay, we have a build error. Exception while publishing, permission denied. Okay, we're getting a permission denied error. I don't know where this is from. Let's check our system. Okay, let's check the permissions on the directory we're trying to copy to. Okay, it belongs to root. We can't copy to that directory. Okay, so we have to change the permissions on this. Sudo chmod 777 apps sudo chown nobody /apps. Okay, so now we'll try this again and see if it runs successfully. Okay, we're getting the same error. Okay, now let's see, let's try searching the error and see where it's coming from. Okay, let's see. Come back here. Okay, let's edit this and see if it will run. I think we shouldn't be having this problem. Check Jenkins changes. Wow. Permission denied. Okay. Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay, the 7th build ran successfully. Success. So if we check the contents now of the artifact we just collected, /mnt/apps. Oh, sorry. There it is. This shows that the build was successful and our configuration ran well. So we'll move on to the next step. Oh, okay, so that's the end of the project. Thank you guys.